Hey everybody, welcome. It's Captain Adonis. We're back with Adonis Airlines, playing Microsoft Flight Simulator using OnAir Airline Manager. Please go give me some likes and loves. Hit that like button. I also upload these to YouTube, which YouTube has some extra features that I don't stream. So if you want to see all the in-between stuff, then hit up YouTube. So right now, just so you know, my company is worth a little over $4 million. I have been playing with a bunch of AI pilots and planes. I'll give you a quick run through on what's happened here. So I made level 2, so I'm working on level 3. I bought a bunch, or I shouldn't say bought, I rented a bunch of planes, and then I bought some. So the ones that don't have the rented sign next to it are the ones I own. Now, not all of them are for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like, for instance, this one right here is not for Microsoft Flight Simulator, neither is this one. So I can't fly those. I'm going to stick with my Cessna Skyhawk and fly it. What I'm doing is slowly phasing out what these guys are doing. Let me just check this guy right here. 77P. He is at KAX. Okay, I have to do him really quick so he can continue on. So as soon as he's done, then I'm going to let him go. So he has to pick up cargo here, and he needs to go 143 nautical miles. So does that guy, 134. 134 nautical miles he needs to go. I've got enough fuel to do that. That's on me, so that's great. So, oh, I need a little bit more so I can get my balance right. Well, let's see what happens when I auto balance. Yeah, I don't know what it did. So it balanced the load. Shifted things around, I guess. I got 7 passengers on this flight and 1,400 pounds of equipment pallets and then fuel. So they are going to fly off to KGTU. That's their destination. And then this flight will be done. Let me get them going really quick. And then I will be flying a short hop from Three Forks to Helena. So I'm going to KGTU. Georgetown Municipal, is that where it's going? Yep, Georgetown Municipal. Alright, we're going to have Alexis Vickers fly it here. She's one of the pilots I hired. Looks like we're fueled and loaded, so we'll send her on our way. That's pretty much all there is to it. Finding a job, then going to send them to a job. So as you can see, I've got plenty of airplanes in my fleet, but I'm going to start phasing out the rented ones since I've got money in the bank, and start buying planes so I don't have to pay out for the rental, because that can get quite costly. But I mean, you know, like I said, it made me what I think my company value is worth $4 million. So there you go. I got $883,000 cash to buy another plane with. That'll keep going up as I keep doing jobs. So, but for right now, let's go back to us and we'll head our flight out. Oh, I got a Centurion here that this is what I own, but I can't fly it because it's not from Microsoft Flight Simulator. This MFS is Microsoft Flight Simulators. Only the ones with MFS can I fly. Now I could fly this Grand Caravan. It's rented, but I'd have to get checked out on it, and I'm not checked out on those yet. And my buddy Powder Extreme Jerry, he he did a check ride on one of the airplanes to get qualified for it, and he forgot he left it on realistic. So it was a real pain in the butt for him. So alright, well, let's get on with this flight. I need to prepare it. Going up to Helena, I think everything's good. I've got it loaded already. I need to take this food crate up there. And I had to have it delivered by, well, I had 5 days to deliver it. So not a problem. I just wanted to bring you guys some shorter trips for streaming. KHLN, Helena Regional Airport. And we're going to track this ourselves. Got plenty of fuel. I will switch over to in-game. Alright, we are ready except for the takeoff. So, here I have it already set up here in-game. So we're going to hit fly. And once I do hit fly, then you see it kicks it in. The location there now is all green. So I got all green check marks ready to go. Slew mode is like fast forward. I don't know. I'd have to look at the list. I don't think there's any Pilatus Greensmore aircraft. There's one that's close to it, but it's not actually a Pilatus. They're nice planes though. Alright, we'll just let the AI taxi me out here. Not like it's very far to taxi to get on this runway. Thanks for stopping in, Greensmore. I appreciate it. I will be there for raid tonight. Well, in the flight sim, it's not that bad. I mean, in real life, yes, because that's Class B airspace. So I get it. we didn't fly out of Denver International. We flew out of, what's it called? Independence or something like that. That was bad enough. Centennial, yeah. That's what it was. Yep, I knew you knew it because you lived there. So, and next time we go down there, we're gonna hit you up for that beer. I promise. All right. So, yep. Let's just. We're gonna depart going north.
9RC Era 5 traffic, Captain 06 taking off runway 21 north departure.
Got my cargo all loaded. And we're going to get started. We're going to fly up to Helena. This is a Three Forks runway. This is where my buddy has his plane based out of right now.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Yeah. There's one of the achievements to get in this flight sim is to taxi 100 miles. I think you could do it at Denver pretty easily.
Airborne time logged.
Alright, we're going to swing up this way to go north.
Stall. Stall.
I am not stalling.
Stall.
I think I'm going to actually fly the whole way there. I don't think I'm going to use autopilot because it's a really pretty flight. And this is actually what it looks like today, except for the smoke. So we've got a fire going on that's just outside of town. That crazy. They just sent out an alert on the phones to evacuate some areas.
Salt Lake Center, Captain 06 is type Cessna Skyhawk, 2 miles northwest of 9RC Era 5.
Speaking of that, I'll put my
Request
phone on
flight
silent.
following. Captain 06.
Why is my airspeed not? I mean, I know I'm gaining altitude.
Squawk 1214, Captain 06. Captain 06 radar contact 2 miles northwest of 9RC Era 5, 4,800 feet. Altimeter 30.15. Copy, Captain 06.
So this is Highway 287. And for those of you not familiar with it, that's Interstate 90 on my left and right wing. We're just going over. Right below me right now is Wheat Montana Bakery. So it's a huge wheat farm. It's right below us now. So the bakery is the buildings, the red buildings and that kind of stuff. That's, oh no, take that back. Now it's the red buildings right below us. The other red building that was there is like a truck stop gas station. But that red building below us and the white buildings next to it is a bakery, and then out to where we're looking at now, out to the right, is all their wheat fields, where they cut the wheat and then make the bread. And then on the opposite side of the street is the strip club. Been there numerous times. My wife even took me once. And as she's sitting in the background, she's going, and I bought you a lap dance too. She bought me a $100 lap dance. That was really nice of her. US 287, yeah, that goes from, yeah, it does. It goes down from Denver to Laramie and all the way up to Montana, and it's right there, and there's a strip club on 287, but you didn't know that one. Yes, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and it is set to ultra on the graphics. It is like just beautiful. And this other thing that I've got going on this OnAir is something to kind of give you a reason to play. So they've got little missions, and you have a business and that kind of stuff that will tell you, you know, like this mission, for instance, I'm hauling cargo up to Helena, food stuff, and they're paying me for that. And then with that pay, I buy other planes and so on and so forth. I got the Premium Deluxe. I bought the $120 version of this because there was a plane on the $120 version that I really wanted. You don't have to. The beta that I got was just the basic version. And the basic version was fun to play. It was just as gorgeous. Had a lot of planes that you could fly. You know, I mean, 747s a little bit. And back up here a little bit, get a little bit better view of the world. This is a lot of Montana wheat farms. A lot of their farms down here too. They bought up all this stuff. So, charity. Nope, this isn't WoW. But Greensmower's on here saying, you know, he wants to, I think he wants to get it because it's an awesome game. Of course, you know, I have a flight stick and throttle. I don't use a rudder pedal. I don't have one. I know there's one that I want, but I'm going to have to work a lot harder for my wife to let me buy it. It's like $500 just for the rudder pedal. You can't say no yet. I haven't tried to woo you yet. Wasn't done with what? Not enough time. Before WoW? Oh yeah, I got plenty of time. We got an hour and a half before our raid tonight. Which joystick and throttle do you have? Because I used to have the FLS 16, the Thrustmaster. Love the Thrustmaster, and that's the one I've got now. But I've got the new. Oh, what the hell is this called? The HOTAS. The Thrustmaster HOTAS. Oh! That's awesome. You're a Scorpio also. What day is your birthday on? Mine's on the 28th. Okay. The Logitech Extreme 3D Pro is a good... Yeah. Well, I have the Microsoft Flight Simulator force feedback. I hated it. Oh. Yep. You're early October. Yeah, well, can't all be Scorpios. Try to zero us out. I don't think we need this quite this much height. So that road is still below us. That's Highway 287. We're going to follow it. It'll take us right past Radersburg and Townsend, right past Canyon Ferry Lake, which is a really beautiful lake. And that'll take us right into Helena. I'll fly over the bar I used to own. It's the Winston Bar, which is just 15-20 miles this side of Helena. And by the way, Charity, I will be raiding tonight. This is when my buddy and I go flying, because he's a real pilot. He's the one that flew us, or got down to Centennial. Had to take his plane down there, get it worked on. This is the way we fly when we go flying, because it's just, you know, there's no mountains. It's all flat land, all farmland, so there's no thermals. And makes for a really nice ride. Plus, we'll go over the lake. The river is just off to the right. That's the Missouri. Right over there, you can kind of see the bend in there right in front of my plane. That's the one that Lewis and Clark came and found and traveled on. If you know who those guys are. Famous explorers. Turn a little bit. We're over Raidersburg right now. That's that little tiny town right in front of my plane right now, just by the river there. Oh, you got a little ways to go if you're only 800 out of 3,000. Good weekend to work on reputation though, because you got the bonus from the Dark Food Fair. So yeah, so what this does is it tracks everything your plane is doing. We've been flying for 12 minutes, 15 seconds. We got 30 gallons of fuel on board. Tells us the runways when we get closer to Helena, our longitude, latitude, our altimeter. I mean, it's got all sorts of stuff. Cool stuff to look at. So kind of a fun little program. It does, so what you can do, let me show you. What you can do is, don't know if I can do it while I'm flying, but yeah, I know you can. So right here, you click on Helena, and it'll give you the airport data, and then let's see. I mean, this almost looks like a web page. I thought it did. I thought it gave you the ILS frequency and all that. Display events, sky vector, an internal browser. That may be where it's at. In external browser.
Contact Salt Lake Center on 133.4.
Yeah, I think it actually does, but it goes to, you know, your external browser. So
Salt Lake Center, Captain
you can get the information through there.
feet.
Captain 06 Salt Lake Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 30.12.
Then I'll go back to there. So here's where I'm coming up to Townsend and Canyon Ferry Lake. Did a lot of fishing on this lake. It's like 24 miles long and like a mile wide at its widest point. Pretty nice lake. Doesn't get very deep. I think like 150 is as deep as it goes. I do, to a point. I let the AI actually control the responses, so I don't have to keep clicking on it, because all you do is click that you heard them and then repeat it, and I mean, it's kind of boring. I did it when I first got it, and yeah, was like, nah, that's boring. So right here it's telling me to set altimeter to 30.12, so we can go back in the plane here. We can set our altimeter 30. Did it say 30.12? I think it did. Yeah, 30.12. So there's our digital, and then down here's our 30.12. There's our what do you call them? Steam gauge. So, I would love to own this plane. This would be a very nice plane to have, but I don't have a reason to own a plane. And this gets me everything I need to know about a plane, I suppose. Because my buddy is a pilot and we do go fly his. He's got a Diamond DA-40, which is a gorgeous plane. Really small though. It's like a four person. But absolutely gorgeous plane, fun to fly, pretty easy. I've got probably 3 hours flight time in that one. Oh yeah. So, the other 3 planes that you see are other players that are in the area playing also. I have all the players turned on, and I have the generics turned on, so as real life traffic comes in, it'll show up. Like if American Airways comes in, and it'll even make you go in behind one that's landing, or you have to get in front of it before it lands. And you can turn that on and off. You don't have to have it on, and you don't have to have the markers on. I just like the markers on so I can see who else is up here flying with me. But yeah, that's Canyon Ferry. It's a gorgeous little lake. Whole aft end down here behind me is all game preserve. It's a bird sanctuary, so you can't fish or hunt or anything down that way. But I've hunted to the mountains on the left here. Those are the Elkhorn or the Greenhorn Mountains.
Captain 06, contact Helena approach on
Yeah.
119.5.
I don't think it actually
Going to 119.5, Captain 06. Helena approach,
does
Captain
the
06,
turbulence behind a big
8,500
jet.
feet.
Captain 06, Helena approach, continue as planned. Altimeter 30.11.
Alright, 3011 now. Is that what it was? Yeah, I know it was 12 before. Alright, so let's turn that down. 31. 31. This is kind of a long, scenic way to Helena. Yeah, now see, I've got the realism set high, but I've never come in behind one that close to see. I do get turbulence, and I do get pressure drops. I was flying along on autopilot, and all of a sudden I dropped like 200 feet coming over a mountain. And I was like, why am I diving? I'm on autopilot. Yeah, I know. Class C's and B's, yeah. I'm hearing all about it from my buddy. He likes to avoid them as much as possible. Well, when we came out of Denver there, they shot us right through the Class Bravo airspace, and he was like, yeah, Centennial. Well, he was like, well, I'm going to skirt around. I think it was when he was coming in. He was, I'm going to skirt around it. And the air traffic controller, no, I got you cleared straight through. Because he didn't want to go through it. Alright, well, I told you I was going to show you my bar, but I just flew over the top of it. I'll let you know when we get far enough back. So if you follow the road down there on the right a little bit, it just will come into view. Very oh no, here it comes. Here it comes. Alright, see the roads that come down there and see that little town right below us there? That's Winston, Montana. And my bar is right down there on the main road. If I wasn't hauling cargo for this thing, I'd come and show you and land right on the road there and take a look and see what the bar looks like right now. At least from satellite view. Yeah, Jerry, my buddy, talked about it when we were leaving because we left in Class B. Well, see, that's the thing. From what I read, every 28 days they update these maps from current satellite photos. But yet, there's a couple of places we've been to that aren't real. Because we went to Mount Rushmore, and Mount Rushmore's not there. Satellite doesn't know how to interpret those big bald heads. Well, I have pictures of my house that I landed in my yard in this game. Took a picture of the house that's, you know, image there. Now it's a generic image, but then I took a picture of my house, and it's pretty freaking close. You know, so I'm impressed with the game. There are some, yeah, no, there wasn't any vehicles in the game picture. But I'm impressed with the imaging. So I know it's a technology that some company overseas is working on as far as you know, taking the satellite image and interpreting the data that's on it. I did catch a couple of little things like tunnels. Doesn't know what to do with tunnels. Yeah, we flew to Zan's house. He lives down in Texas, and it was goofed up. But it was there, you know. I mean, in the street. Well, you had a car in your driveway, I think, Zan. And this is where I went to high school, was in Helena. Graduated from there. We're not quite to Helena yet. That's why I know the area so well. Did all my high school shenanigans up here in these mountains and foothills. Lots of Rainier beer has been drank here in these mountains. My map pin on the left. Unless you were talking about inside the cockpit. No, not too much deliverance up here. That was you Yankee boys, or you Southern boys, you rebels down south. You guys are the ones that had the deliverance. Oh, I didn't see it. You get down closer and you can see where they, oh, there's the airport.
Helena Tower, Captain 06 is 4 miles southeast with Kilo to land.
Captain 06 Helena Tower. Fly straight in runway 27. Altimeter tree 0.09er, wind 20 tree at 6.
Runway 27.
Fly straight in runway 27, Captain 06.
Well, I ain't gonna make it. I gotta drop a whole shit ton of altitude first.
Captain 06 cleared to land runway 27. Wind 200 at 6.
Cleared to land runway 27, Captain 06.
So that maneuver right there I just did is a left rudder, right aileron, and that bleeds off speed as you're coming down.
Wind 220 at 2 knots.
Kind of a side slip.
$500.
Alright, we should be good now.
Landing time logged. Landed at Kilo Hotel Lima November,
Captain 0
Elena
6,
RGNL.
taxiway.
Yeah, I didn't put down my landing lights, but I don't care. I should remember to start doing that kind of stuff. I get dinged for it every time. So, we'll get off the runway here, and then I'll stop the aircraft, and that'll stop the actual mission.
Captain 06, contact ground on 121 decimal niner.
121 decimal niner for Captain 06.
Alright. Yep, I don't care. I'm just going to shut it off.
Engine off. Time logged. End of flight. Registered in OnAir Company.
There we go. All right. Yeah. Shush. All right, that kicks me over to OnAir, where I have completed that mission. And so now I'm sitting in Helena. With nothing to go back anywhere, so let's check payloads and see if there's something I can't fly back. If not, then I'll call this a stream, even though I've got about an hour before. Alright, Helena Regional, 600 pounds, 5 passenger, yep, that's me. There's nothing. There's probably a longer one. Yeah, I don't want to take those. So these are, you know, like this one here is a job that's, I have to fly myself, can't do it as an AI pilot. Or I could have somebody fly this one, which should take us up to this benchmark, probably just a little dirt field. But that's higher north than what I want to go. Because my airstrip is like right here. Down here by, well, there's Three Forks right there, so my airport's right there. And then let's see, my pending ones. I've got a bunch I've got to do personally that is going down here from Three Forks. Well, that's just one. Three Forks to White Sulphur, and I need to do that one. But I got a couple of them here. Yeah, these two that are Three Forks to Ennis. So I'll probably just fly back to Three Forks, and then I'll fly those probably tomorrow. That's kind of a twofer. I got two of them going there, but I think it's like 600 and 747 pounds. don't know if I can carry all that. Well, maybe if I get the fuel set just right. So, anyway, guys, I appreciate you coming and watching this stream. We're going to make this one a short stream. I will fly myself back to Helena, and we'll get out of here. So don't forget, please go check out my YouTube page. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to that. My Twitch channel, you can subscribe to it. All those subscriptions help, trust me. And then we've got, I've got Twitter and all sorts of stuff you can get on if you want to get a hold of me or talk to me. So, Greensmore, it was fun to chat with you. I will see you. Are you going to be raiding tonight? I know Charity will be. Okay, well, if you do, I'll see you then. If not, then we have the podcast, and we'll probably talk about our raid in the podcast. So thanks for watching. See you guys.